What you been doing these
Cool.
days with Grim Reaper?
What have I been doing? Well, with the Grim Reaper thing, basically I've been going out as Steve Grimmett's Grim Reaper, and it's just really playing all the old stuff. And that's with a lineup that I've been using for quite some time with other projects as well, the Steve Grimmett project. So that's really all we've done for the Grim Reaper thing. Nothing else other than, going out, doing a few tours, because obviously we never toured and did anything in Europe at all. So that's what we've been doing with that.
How's the following for the Grim Reaper stuff these days?
How is the following? It's stronger than I ever thought it was. Because to be quite honest, I was ready to give up and give up the music, and then somebody asked us to play what was the festival called? Keep It True Festival. And we thought, oh, come on, and it'll be a bit of fun. It'll be a weekend away, and we can all just do the gig, get drunk, But anyway, it was just an absolutely fantastic reception. I really couldn't believe the support for the band. So basically, we decided that we'd carry on and do more if we got asked, and we've been doing that in Europe for the last few years, which has been really good. I've quite enjoyed it, and I'm still getting asked to do it now. So I've got a couple coming up. First one in August, and then I think we've got some. Well, we're playing from August, and then I've got going Greece in January for a small tour there. So it's okay. It's nothing earth-shattering, but it's okay. It's all I can say really is that we're not earning much money at it, but we're having a good laugh.
Is it more like new generation people coming out to the show? People just rediscovering the group.
Yeah, it is. It's young kids. I mean, we did a show in Ireland last year, and to be quite honest, all the kids that we were playing the song to were younger than the songs that we were playing. It's been tremendous, and obviously there's some of the old fans too. But I think so. There's a lot of young kids that come and ask me to sign stuff, and it's all Grim Reaper stuff that they've bought on the internet. All the old vinyl. So there's a lot of young kids into it still, which is amazing.
And what's happening with Grimstein? Anything new in the world of Grimstein?
We released in Europe, but nothing much there. We released in Japan, nothing much there. We're looking to release in America, but we're basically having a look at remixing the album. I think we did a few wrong things, really. We sent the album out as a complete thing, really. We shouldn't have done that. It should have been, a few songs, 3 at the most, and, people got bored with it, just before they even got through the first song. So it was like, and that's how it is, really. So I think that's what we did wrong. The two labels that took it on in Europe and Japan are fans of mine anyway. So they were going to take it no matter what. But, we've had a struggle elsewhere, and I think we did it the wrong way. We've done things the wrong way around, really. So I've got a company working on it now. They're actually remixing a few of the tracks, and we're going to start representing it out there as a proper, as you probably would, rather than doing it as a whole album, and see what happens, We'll throw the ball in the air again, see what happens,
And for Grim Reaper, is there any new product that's going to be released, in the near future or upcoming future?
There may be. Ian, my guitarist, and I talked about doing it, but it wouldn't be, what I could safely say a Grim Reaper. It'd still be Steve Grimmett's Grim Reaper. But yeah, we've thought about it, and we've thrown a few ideas around, and we may start that in the summer of this year.
And with this, you're gonna ever go with a live DVD probably also?
Might do that too, yeah, because it seems like there's a lot of DVDs out there of us. played in Brazil, and there's several DVDs out there that are that you can. Well, they're obviously illegal copies, but you can certainly buy them. But yeah, it's a thought, and it's something that I've been thinking about doing for a while now. So I would definitely like to do that. And I have the contacts and everything to do that this time. So it's a big possibility.
So what do you do to keep your days going? Like, what do you do to keep time going?
I do a full-time job, so so that keeps the money coming in, because it certainly wouldn't do with the music, that's for sure. I do a lot of I do a bit of production work for people, and I do some songwriting stuff as well. I've been songwriting with a guy from Australia called Stu Marshall, and his band's called Empires of Eden. And that's just being released fairly shortly, as far as I know. And I can't remember, is it being released in the States? Empires of Eden. Yeah, it is, but I can't remember the label. But it's sort of like a conglomeration of musicians. Well, it's his band, but it's a conglomeration of singers. And it sounds real good, man. It really sounds very, very good. So there's that. I may be doing an album with him as well. So he's got some ideas he wants to throw at me and see what comes up, So I'm keeping busy doing lots of little things for a few people, really.
And going back to the classic albums, See You in Hell and Fear No Evil, how was the sessions in that days? Did you write them quick, or did they, take time to write those songs?
No, they were fairly quick. We used to rehearse twice a week, so basically that's how they happened. We didn't have the luxury of home studios like we do now, so it was all at rehearsals, which I think is an awesome idea. And I think probably what I'll do with Ian, if we're going to write a new Grim Reaper album, that's how we'll do it. Because I quite like the idea of going back to I'd say back to basics, but back to that way of doing it, because that's how we used to do it, and it's how everybody used to do it, really. But now, the Grimstein album was written and produced via email. Everything was all done via email, via the internet. We actually Steve and I have never sat down together to write a song. Same with the Stu Marshall project, So, it's still the Empires of Eden thing. So it's, I haven't written that way for a long, long time. So, I may go back to doing it that way, setting up a rehearsal and say, right, okay, who's got some ideas? Let's throw it in the hat and see what we come up with. And then record it at home.
New band members. Where did you get these guys?
Ian, the guitarist, has been with me for quite a number of years, probably over 15 years now, Ian Nash. And he's a good guy. He's my best buddy, basically. My drummer has only just quit, actually, which is a bit of a shame. But I have a new drummer already lined up. His name is Ace Fincham. I don't know if you know Ace. He was in Tiger Tales in the 80s. So he's now madly learning all the stuff. And I've got an American called Chaz Grimaldi, who's playing bass, basically. His wife's over here working for the government for 3 years, so he's playing bass for us at the moment. And they're all a bunch of great guys. They'll all say exactly the same thing that I'm telling you, how much fun we have at going out doing these shows. It's just a shame that we can't get more of them or paid more for it to produce better things for fans. So it's all coming out of our pockets. So, that's why we're recording at home, basically. And then I pay somebody to mix them. And that's about the cheapest form of being able to get an album out these days. There is, which is a pain in the arse, really. But that's the way we've got to do it. That's the way we have to do it,
Considering, Grim Reaper was so huge, at a certain time. I mean, at least in Canada, we got the records, I got the vinyls here.
Yeah, sure.
What happened, that, all of a sudden it just dropped out. Nobody ever hears of the famous Grim Reaper again.
Well, basically, there was, we were signed to a label in England called Ebony Records. Well, they breached the contract. So we gave them X amount of days to put it right. They didn't do it, so we left and went to RCA full time. Then within weeks, we were being sued by Ebony Records, and they were also suing Ebony Records, and of course Ebony Records just didn't want anything to do with it. So that's basically why it just dropped off the charts, because nobody was interested in taking on a band that had got that sort of trouble.
Wow.
But we, years down the line, because again, we hadn't earned any money. Well, we'd earned the money, you hadn't seen it. We couldn't buy ourselves. We couldn't sign to another label until all that was sorted out. And basically, we were doing this thing with basically illegal aid over here, and it just took so long to get it sorted out that everything went tits up by then anyway. Nobody was interested in doing it. I think it took 6 years to actually get it sorted out, and the only reason that it was sorted out and we won the case was because Ebony Records went bust. Over the whole thing. They went bankrupt over this whole thing. So it was an easy kill for us then, but it was all too late. Everybody wanted to move on and do their own thing. But as Grim Reaper, we couldn't do anything.
That is too bad, that it had to go like that.
Yeah, but that's the way it was, and it's and I suspect it's happened to a lot of other bands. It's just a real pain in the arse. It happened to us just as we were getting going. The guy was a greedy man. If he'd have asked us or let us do what we asked him to do, he'd have been, all he had to do was sit back and let the money roll in, and we could have done what we needed to do, but he wouldn't even do that, So in the end, the guy went bankrupt, and it caused us a lot of hassle, a lot of aggro. And, of course, we lost all the momentum that we built up. So, again, nobody was really there waiting to pick it up because it was just a pain in the arse for them.
Waiting at the new metal scene, how is things are going now?
Well, I think it's pretty healthy. A lot of it isn't, I have to say, my cup of tea, but I'm glad to see it's still doing it. The biggest bugbear for me, and I'm not a money-grabbing arse by any stretch of the imagination, it's just these kids are willing to go out there and play for $200-300 a night, and we can't do that. If I want to produce a top-rate album, I've got to be doing it for a lot more than that. Us guys are now moved on. We're not 20 years old anymore. We're all sort of like in our 50s, and we got mortgages to pay and all the rest of it, and we can't do that. So it's different for us, but I still like the fact that it's the scene is hot out there. But it's for me, I need to move away from the indie scene. I need to get signed by a big label, and I really don't think that's going to happen. And then of course we've got the downloading problem, the free downloads. I've had a lot of Grimstein fans asking us to come and play. Can I come play in Europe? Come play the States? Do this, do that, do that. Well, we can't do that anymore. I found one site had downloaded over 250,000 copies of the album. Well, we didn't see any money for 250,000 copies of the album. So how can I tour with that? I can't. That's what it's doing basically to the industry. It's killing it, and nobody has got a way of curing that. Nobody, and it's literally killing the industry, and it's a shame. So obviously not just the rock scene. It's everything. It's killing everything. But I'm really surprised that the record company's not dropping on this faster and harder than they have. You know, I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen with that.
Well, that's not too good, for people like you that put your heart into this stuff.
Yep, absolutely. It really hurts, man. It really does. It's not like, it's not like, oh well, at least your fans are out there still doing this stuff. It's not that at all, It's people, oh, well, I'll take that because it's fucking, I can get it for free. And it's like they're not even, what they realise is, well, I can go and see them when they play live, but we can't play live because we now have not got the money to go and play live because our record companies will not put money into touring, So it's a pain in the arse. You still there, Jason?
I'm still here listening.
Okay. Yeah, it's a real pain in the arse. We can't do it because of that. If people stop downloading, I think they'll find that their music scene will get an awful lot better, but they're just not realising it at the moment. It's a real shame.
What do you find you're going to be doing this summer? Any more new projects you're going to be lining up?
No, I don't think so. I can't really take any more on, to be quite honest. I got quite a lot on at the moment. So, working with Stu Marshall, obviously, I'm still writing another album with Steve Stein, the Grimstein project. We've got another 20 songs already penned. So we're looking to sort of refine those and get those mixed. But obviously, I want to try the first album in America first to see if we can get it. Get it out there first, and then the thing with Grimstein, Grim Reaper, So at the moment, I can't really take on too much more. We'll tour if we can, if we get asked to go out and do. Well, when I say tour, it's not really touring anymore. It's playing weekend festivals is what we do because you wouldn't pull people out of their chairs during the week to come and see you play. We've tried that, done that, and certainly in England it doesn't work. And it seems to me that the best thing to do at the moment is just to play weekend festivals. And we do okay at that, that's fine. So we get to see a lot of people doing that, and far more than we would during the week, So that's how we're doing it at the moment.
Well, it's been a real pleasure talking to you, Steve, and I wish you super luck in Grim Reaper and Grimstein, and to bring you in America.
No problem, my friend.
And
okay. Well, you stay in touch anyway. Stay in touch with Millie, okay? Because she'll always let you know what I'm up to, and if you want to talk to me again, no problem at all. Okay, mate?
All right, cool stuff. And thanks again to make this happen, and we'll do our best to promote you.
Thanks, Jason. You take care of yourself.
You too. Have a good day, Steve.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.